Hey guys, so I'm super excited to go over the trampolines, the rebounders, answer the most commonly asked questions, and which ones you should get and which ones I recommend. So we are just going to hop right into this and get started. So the most commonly asked question is, what rebounder do I need and what do I start with? And my answer to this question is very simple. It is get what you can afford and start there. Okay. So when I first had my rebounder, I'm going to kind of take you through my rebounder journey and all the different ones I had and started with. So that way you can see that you do not have to have the best. You can start with what you can afford and move as you go. So I'm going to share my screen here. And I want to show you first the first trampoline I had, you can find on my Amazon storefront. So you can go to my Amazon link, which is directly on my website. And if you go to Rebounders right here, and you scroll down and you go to the Sports Plus one, it's red and black. This was my first trampoline, okay? It was $99. The weight limit is 330 pounds. So I get a lot of people that are like, I'm 280 pounds. I don't know if I can do this. Yes, you can. You have to find a rebounder that is in your weight limit. One of the most commonly asked questions I get is, how much did I weigh when I first started? So when I first started, I weighed around 285 pounds, okay? So then I lost 53 pounds within my first 8 months rebounding without really changing my diet, okay? So I was at a higher weight limit when I first started rebounding. I was close to 300 pounds. So if I can do it, you can do it. They do have rebounders that do go up to 450 pounds, so keep that in mind. So I'm going to share my screen again. And okay, so you'll see here we have the Sports Plus one. Through each rebounder on Amazon, you are going to have to scroll down to the product details, and you are going to have to look at the weight limit and all those things. Most of the ones on Amazon do come with a bar, which is great. A lot of people ask, do I need a bar? No, you do not need a bar. A bar is there for support. It's really great for beginners as well. I use the bar sometimes when I do certain exercises like balance and coordination. So, and then also the bar is good for putting a bike phone mount, or a Apple, like an iPad phone mount. If you go to Trampoline Fun right here on my Amazon storefront, I have these phone mounts and the iPad. There you go. I was like, how to get that out? The iPad phone mounts there that you can use. And that way you can put your phone or your iPad there and watch videos and all those things. So these are just some of the fun things. I love to work out with a disco ball. It makes the environment so much fun. The timer right here is really cool to help push yourself to endurance challenges and things like that. So anyways, back to the rebounders. You're going to have to go through and really do your own research when it comes to these Amazon rebounders. You can get one for under 200 bucks. You can get one for $99, which is the one I showed you in the beginning, the Sports Plus one. Some of them, like the new in here, a lot of my members have these. They do come in pink as well. You'll see here, it comes in pink. So a lot of my members love the pink. So there's so many different rebounders you can choose from. You'll see on my Amazon storefront, I do have the JumpSport and the Bellicons on here. I do not recommend that you buy the JumpSport or Bellicons off of Amazon. I do have them on my Amazon storefront because some of you love the easy, like just purchase and all that on Amazon. But I recommend you going directly through the Bellicon or JumpSport website. That way you get all the warranties, you get the customer support, and you get all that information that you need because those rebounders are an investment. Okay. So keep in mind, I did start with this one. It was $99. It's a great place to start, especially if you're looking for something more affordable. Now, the bad part about getting a more affordable rebounder is ultimately you're paying for quality, and it is a lower quality rebounder, which means it's not going to be as easy on your joints. It is easier. It is a low impact exercise, but as you go up in quality, you will notice you won't notice until you actually go up. But you'll have less strain on your lower back, and you will have, less impact on your joints. And it's just an overall better experience as you go up. But again, I want to keep in mind, don't let this stop you from moving forward. Again, I lost 53 pounds my first 8 months rebounding with that $99 rebounder. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay. So I did upgrade later. So let's talk about what I upgraded to. I'm going to share my screen again. All right, so actually I'm going to talk about the mid-level rebounder real quick, and that is the JumpSport. Okay, so the JumpSport is a very high quality rebounder. So this is the JumpSport here. They have different levels, so you can get the 200 series, the 300 series, and the 400, 500 series. Now, if you go right here to the comparison chart, you'll be able to see the differences, and it will explain like what the difference is between them. Okay. So you can do your research. Now, if you look behind me, this is a JumpSport and this one is a JumpSport. This one is 39 inches and this one is 49 inches. It's a pretty big difference. As far as width, I recommend the bigger the better. Now, if you have a smaller space, get that 39 inch, but if you have a bigger space, get a bigger one, because especially if you're doing my classes, because my classes are more like dance fitness on the rebounder. So this is 39 inches, this is 44 inches. And that one on Amazon that I showed you that I had was 44 inches. It was just a different shape. So these are the pink ones. They do not have these anymore. This one was actually customized for me from JumpSport, but this is their 44-inch Pro Series. And then this is their 39-inch Pro Series. They sometimes come back with this one in pink. I think they're sold out right now. So let's go back to that. So you can definitely choose one of these JumpSports. JumpSport's a great rebounder. Now, I will say that their weight limit for the 39-inch goes up to 300 pounds, and then the 44-inch goes up to 325. Now, you do have to do some adjusting to all the bands. A little bit more work comes into it as your weight limit goes up to fix those and make it right so your feet don't touch the floor, things like that. But it is a good rebounder. You can add in a bar. So these do not come with a bar, but you can add in a bar at checkout. It will say, do you want to add in a bar? And you can add one in, I believe, for $69 or $99. So you can go to JumpSport, great rebounder, your next level. If you want to spend between $300 to $600, this is a great rebounder. High quality, made in the United States. It's a great rebounder. Okay, so let's talk about what this one here, which is the Bellicon. Okay, so this is the one I actually upgraded to right after my Amazon one. And the Bellicon is basically, I'll show you real quick. So this is the Bellicon. It's 49 inches. Okay, so this is their biggest rebounder, unless they got a bigger one, I'm not sure. So this one has the comfort mat that goes around the rebounder. So the comfort mat just is a little bit more of a cushion, and it's really helpful when you're doing like sit-ups and things like that. The Bellicon also goes up to 450 pounds, which is a great weight limit to have. And then also they do have bars that you can add in as well. And let me go back and share with you a little bit about the Bellicon. So the Bellicon is the world's #1 rebounder. They call it the world's #1 rebounder for a reason. It's like literally jumping on an outside trampoline. It is really so much fun. It's an overall better experience. It's better quality. It's if you ever have a chance to jump on an Amazon one, jump on a JumpSport, and jump on a Bellicon, you will immediately tell, you will immediately be able to tell the difference between each one. And you'll notice that you are paying for quality as you go up. So when you go to the Bellicon one, you actually build your own rebounder. I'm not going to walk through the whole thing, but I just kind of want to show you a little bit about the Bellicon here. So you'll go up here to configure. They do start at $540 and they can go up to $1,000 plus. Okay. This rebounder specifically was $1,000, but I did add in the bar. You can actually get the one I have for around 600, 700 bucks, I believe. So you'll see here, you'll be able to choose like a 39 inch, a 44 or 49. Remember, mine is 49 inches. So let's just say we want to go with 44 inches. Okay. So we go next, and then you can choose if you want the classic, which is the black, or the stainless steel. Let's do classic and save 180 bucks. And then you can get the screw-on legs or the folding legs. So I do the screw-on legs, and yes, the folding legs will save room, especially if you put it up against the wall. But I don't feel like you can put this up against the wall. So I really don't think that's necessary unless you have a really small space. And then the support handles, again, you can add in that. So the T-bar or the support handle, which is like it's a shape like this. Or you can add in 2 support handles. So we're going to say no just for now. And then the standard mat is basically a mat, and I'll kind of show you so you can kind of see. You see how here, this would be considered a standard mat. It's not very cushiony. And then this is a cushion mat. Now, obviously those are JumpSport, but that would be the cushion mat on the Bellicon. And then the classic mat would be more like this one here. Okay. So let's go back to share screen. Okay, so then when you go to next, you can choose, what's really cool is you can choose like the colors of your bungees, all the things. You can choose whatever you want. And you can choose the color of your mat ring. We're just going to skip over this real quick. All right. And then this is the important part, is when you choose your strength. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is go here to determine bungee strength. You'll press start now, and you'll choose, first of all, your goal. So let's just say we want to reduce weight. And let's say our weight is 316 pounds, and we don't have any complaints right now. And then it will tell you what strength, it will calculate it for you. So I definitely recommend that when you do this, you're not just like, I need strong or extra strong. No, you go in and you determine your bungee strength and choose the one that Bellicon chooses for you. Okay, so let's do this real quick. So that one's $630. So if you wanted the best world's #1 rebounder out there, you can get one, a 44 inch for $630. Note that this one right here is the JumpSport. It's $640. If I had to choose between the JumpSport, that's $640, or the Bellicon for $640, I would get the Bellicon. So these are all great rebounders to start with. Start with what you can afford and upgrade later, especially if you are just beginning. You don't want to make a huge, or unless you do, if money's really not an option, money is not a okay, y'all know what I'm trying to say. So if money isn't a situation or a deal, or what is that word? I'm not redoing this whole video. So basically get what you can afford, start there. And then once you fall in love with the exercise, once you're like, okay, I'm going to be able to stick with this, this is fun, then upgrade later to the JumpSport, the Bellicon, and so on. But if you want to go all in and you want the best, you want to make sure that you have a low impact exercise, something that's really good on your back, that is easier on your joints, then yes, invest in one of these and really go all in. So those are the trampolines. I also get asked a couple of other things. So I get asked, do I wear shoes? Do I do no shoes or socks on the rebounder? So when I am actually teaching class, I do wear tennis shoes. I feel like it's part of like in my uniform. And I feel like when I don't wear tennis shoes, I'm not pushing myself and really working hard. So for me, it's just about like in my head, when I work out, I wear tennis shoes. In the beginning, I wore tennis shoes for support. Now, nowadays, I don't really need tennis shoes for support. If you do see me not wearing tennis shoes, it's usually because I'm just kind of laid back and just kind of relaxing. I'm not really getting a hardcore workout in. But shoes is definitely optional for you. You can wear shoes or you can wear no shoes. If you wear socks, you want to make sure you have grip socks. If you do not have grip socks, do not wear socks. It is a safety hazard. You can slip. So make sure you wear grip socks if you do socks. I also get asked about beginner classes, if I have beginner classes. So I want to make it clear that all my classes are not necessarily beginner or intermediate or advanced. Okay. So basically what I recommend is you come in, you pick a class, you start bouncing, and you do as much as you can. People will get into rebounding and they'll think it's going to be easy. I'm going to be able to do a whole hour. Let's go. Right. Then they get on it and they're like, oh my gosh, I can only do 3 minutes, right? So what I recommend is choosing a class, do as much as you can and build up each time until you can actually do a full workout and do everything in the workout. So do what you can, pick a class, have fun. If you can't bounce off the mat, start by stepping, start by stomping, and then a bounce eventually. So those are the trampolines. Those are what you can choose from. All of them are linked in on my website. If you use any of those links, it does support my program. So I really, really, really appreciate it by using those links. You don't have to, but I would love your support if you can. Just use those links that are linked on my website. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this answered some of your questions, and I hope y'all have a good day. Bye, guys.